During the introduction module, I mentioned the power of policies used for controlling and configuring CAS. So now what I want to do is explore these powerful policies. There's about 10 different types of policies. The first being access, another is activity, anomaly detection would be another type of CAS policy. We have app discovery, cloud discovery with anomaly detection, file, malware detection, a couple different flavors of OAuth, and we also have session policies. So what I want to do now is step out and explore all the different policy types that we have and the settings within those, and then we'll actually create a policy so you have an idea on how the policy creation process works. I'm here on the landing page of our Cloud App Security dashboard, and up on the top right hand side it has an option for creating policies. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that, and you'll notice on this page it has the type of policies, and if I drop this type down, you're going to see the different types of policies that I mentioned. And I even mentioned that OAuth had a couple different types. You have OAuth App Anomaly Detection Policy as well as an OAuth App Policy. If you look at the severity levels, we have low, medium, and high. And you can see the severity level with the different templates we're showing here. We can specify a template name, and we can come in here and select a risk category. And if we drop that down, you'll see we have a few different options within there. So we have some filtering capabilities when it comes to policies. The first 20 of 36 templates, we can come over here to the funnel on the right hand side and show and hide filters. So I'll go ahead and return this option that gives us the opportunity to filter on the types of templates that we have available to us. So let's take a look at these policy types. I'm going to go to the access policy. I'm not going to go through every one of these because there are a plethora of different configuration options here. So I'm going to click on access policy, and you're going to see there's no templates here. Activity policy. Let's go ahead and explore this. You'll see there's 7 templates. Mass download by a single user, multiple failed user login on attempts to an app, login from a risky IP address. So these are templates that are available to us within Activity for securing our cloud apps. Let me go back to the top here. And as you can see, as you click on these check marks, it's going to compile the different templates from the different categories. So right now we have access policy and activity policy. I can deselect that one and just focus on the 7 templates for the activity policy. And our next category is the anomaly detection policy. We have the app discovery policy. We have the cloud discovery policy. We also have the file policy. Let me go ahead and click on that one. Actually going to clear the activity policy and go to file policy. That's a pretty important one. We have 8 templates here. And a couple of these are file shared with unauthorized domain, externally shared source code. If I go to the very bottom, we have a stale externally shared files option. Let me scroll back up here. Let's look at one more category. Let's look at the session policy. And under session policy, as you can see, we have 4 templates in here. Block download based on real-time content inspection, monitor all activities. You need to bounce around in here and determine the type of policies within these different categories. I do want to create one together though. So let's go up to activity policy. So I'm going to click activity. I'm going to deselect session policy. So we only see the templates that we want to work with here. And let's look at this mass download by a single user. I'm going to hit the plus button over in the right hand side. That gives me the option to create policy. And notice in here the policy template is shown here. If you want to change it to a different one within this category, you can. Policy name is mass download by a single user. You may want to change that maybe based on a couple different organizations. I'll do a -MTP. Here's our policy severity. It's ranking this as a high severity based on the template. And the category is threat detection. Here's a simple description of it. Create filters for the policy. Act on either a single activity or a repeated activity. The default, as you can see here, is 50 minimum repeated activities within 1 minute. And then we can also further filter by saying in a single app or count only unique target files or folders per user. So these are some configuration settings specifically for a policy based on activity. We can get much more granular down here. Activities matching all of the following. So we drop down activity type. Several options here. IP address, location, user. And after choosing the activity type, you'll go to equals or does not equal. And then you go under select activity and you specify block app as an example. So we choose the activity type, equal or not equal, and then you select the activity. And as you can see, you can also drill in per user as well as IP address. You can add some additional filtering options, and you can delete some of these filtering options. Maybe I'm not worried about a third filtering capability. I'll just delete that one. Now we want to create alerts based on the activity. So as you can see here under the alerts, we have create an alert for each matching event with the policy severity. Remember, this severity is high. Send alert as an email, send alert as a text message. Daily alert limit, so you don't get inundated with emails or text messages, is 5. And we have the opportunity to send this alert to Power Automate, where we can further customize the steps that we want to take when this alert occurs. Then we can simply click Create, and we have our new mass download by a single user MTP. As you saw, there's a plethora of different options in here. So do spend some time in here checking out all the different options that you have for securing your cloud apps using policies.